Knife making is a difficult task that requires the utmost care and precision. A grinder can help you make a perfect blade, but not every belt grinder is made equal. To find the best belt grinder for knife making, you need to check many things. To make your selection process easier, we have compiled the top 5 best knife grinders available today. As always, we've added product links below so that you can check for updated pricing and availability if you are interested in any of these. Starting our list with the Shop Fox W1843 Knife Belt Sander. Are you looking for a knife grinder that can actually polish your knives without wasting your time in the process? Then you will love the belt speed of this grinder. The most noticeable thing about this knife grinder is how easy it is to assemble it and get it running right away. Even if you have never assembled a knife grinder, all you need is a little bit of time and the manual to get you through the installation process. Learning how to make knives takes some time before you get excellent results. And with a hard-to-use grinder, it does not get any better, which is why we chose this model. It is easy to use, and you will get the hang of it right away. The motor performs a critical function for the knife grinder, which is why you want it to perform exceptionally well. And it just so happens that this knife grinder has a strong motor that can reach 1,725 RPM, making it an ideal choice for grinding knives. If you want to get the most out of a grinder, you should opt for a durable knife grinder. Because of this machine's durability, we recommend getting this model if you plan on making knives in the long run. Depending on what you want to get with the grinder, you can use the sanding arm horizontally. Having this feature gives the user more flexibility if they ever plan on using the sanding arm horizontally. You can also sand more than metal. You can even use this knife grinder for sanding wood and metal. While you might not find every single feature available with this model, you have more than enough as it is. Second on our list is the Bucktool Combo 2X42 Belt Sander 6-bench grinder. This excellent knife grinder is one of the few machines that have an excellent belt speed. With its powerful speed, you can make sharp knives. To start things off right, you have a powerful motor with a 1/3 horsepower engine, making this model a fantastic choice if you're a knife maker. On the side, there is a disc that you can use for small projects. The disc might look small, but it can easily reach 3,450 RPM. This model is a multi-roll machine. You can sand and finish metal, wood, plastic, and many more materials. Changing the belt with this model is surprisingly easy. Any professional knife maker needs a good belt grinder that makes replacing the belt easy. This model's grinding belt excels when polishing metal. The abrasive belt has undergone special treatments so that it can deal with pretty much anything you need. Furthermore, this belt sander features a pleasant and smooth work table. This bench grinder makes your job easier and less tedious. After all, nobody wants to put up with uncomfortable and rough surfaces when sharpening knives. The base of this bench grinder feels excellent. It is made of cast iron and does not feel like the company tried to lower production costs by adding a cheaply made base. Any professional knife maker knows how annoying it is to deal with slippery belts. It is a tedious task. This company knows this pretty well, which is why they added a belt tension handle to help you prevent the belt from slipping. The most exciting feature this model has is the eye shield on top of the disc. You never know when something could wrong, which is why you always want to protect your eyes when making knives using a belt grinder. Number 3 of the list is the Jet J410022x42 bench belt and disc sander. The purpose of a grinder is to save you time and effort when making knives. With the speed and power this one offers, knife making will feel like a piece of cake. When it comes to quality, Jet never seems to disappoint us. All of their tools are well built, and this one is not an exception. Other knife grinders just feel cheap and wrong, which can be a turn-off for most people. On the other hand, you have this model, which feels like a high-end machine. Even the minor gauge is made of aluminum. Because of Jet's high-quality materials, this model will be by your side for many years, unlike other cheap knockoffs. The first thing that caught our attention when unboxing this machine is the table. And the table is large enough, making it a perfect choice for making knives. Furthermore, the motor is excellent and has served us well when shaping metal. For instance, you have a 3/4 horsepower, which is more than enough for knife making. The strong base of this knife grinder is on a whole different level. It is pretty sturdy and does not feel cheap by any means. And since it is sturdy enough, it won't fling around on you. The belt tensioner feels fantastic, and it is easy to use. You don't have to unlock anything. All you need to do is move it up and move it down, and you're good to go. And finally, the speed of this machine won't disappoint you. The grinding belt can reach 3,100 SFPM, and you can set the disc to 3,450 RPM. Number 4 of our list is the Kalamazoo 1SM1 belt sander. Can't seem to settle for a knife grinder with a robust belt length to help you make the best knife on earth? Then this model will help you make up your mind. The company behind this product has really outdone itself this time around. The motor control of this grinder goes to show how powerful this machine can be. The motor has a 1/3 horsepower, which has performed beyond our expectations. This knife grinder is pretty easy to use, which is ideal for those that need a machine for grinding knives. Its simplicity makes this an excellent option for newbies. Our favorite feature this grinder has is the little knob on the back. When you loosen the knob, you can adjust the tracking of the sanding belt. Adjusting the grinding belt just by twisting a small knob is a super useful feature which, unfortunately, not all grinders have. There is no need to have this grinder mounted to a bench. Furthermore, the high-powered motor itself is already pretty heavy, and chances are you won't lean into this bench grinder. The sanding machine runs smoothly, and so far, we haven't had any issues with its excellent performance. Another fantastic thing about this knife grinder is that there is little to no vibration when you turn it on. It runs smoothly and gets the job done, everything you could ask for when polishing knives. If you're going vertically when sanding a knife, you want it to remain that way even if you use the knife sander in a horizontal position. You still want to sand vertically, which is why the reverse option makes this machine stand out from the competition. Final product we review is the Pomeran 6x48 belt grinding machine. Now moving on to our next belt sander, we have a sturdy machine with a powerful motor. This model is perfect for any grinding job. This bench grinder is a trendy choice for most beginners that need an entry-level knife grinder. This sturdy belt sander has a 1/3 horsepower engine. It can reach 3,500 RPMs, which is really fast considering you will be making knives. On the side of the motor, you can find a 6-inch disc grinder. It might not seem so useful, but you would be surprised by how many times it might come in handy for simple grinding jobs, such as polishing knives. The abrasive belt of the grinder needs to be changed periodically. Belts are bound to break after using them for some time, thus, it is essential to have a belt sander that allows you to change the belt quickly. Because of that, we recommend this model. Changing the abrasive belt with this bench grinder is super easy, and you don't need to disassemble it just to accomplish that. Both the belt tension and the tracking system have worked amazingly well when we've used this belt sander. We haven't had any issues with this belt sander when making sharp knives. The bench grinder itself is pretty straightforward to use. You don't need much experience to handle this beast, you will get the hang of it in no time. Using this budget-friendly knife grinder, we've managed to get perfect results. And after evaluating the sharpness of the knife, we were pretty satisfied when chopping. We've also sanded wood, micarta, mild steel, and it has worked flawlessly. This machine's rigid design also sets up with the right amount of weight to prevent vibration when operating the belt sander. Overall, this is an excellent knife grinder for the standard hobbyist. You really can't go wrong with it. This grinder offers pretty much everything you need for grinding jobs. So, which one of these 5 products do you find best for you? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to hit like and support us by subscribing to this channel, so that we can share more quality buying guides with you.